Have you ever caught yourself saying, it's too late to write that book? It's too late to get healthy. It's too late to make my fortune. It's too late to travel the world. It's too late to start over. Here's what I'm thinking. This has nothing to do with time, in my opinion. In my opinion, is very, very importante. I don't think that that's time talking. I think that's programming talking. Do, do, do. And that's our stability moment. Because programming is so intense. And we believe it because it's repeated. Okay, let's talk about neuroplasticity, the brain's ability to, sorry for all the moving of this. Neuroplasticity, the brain's ability to rewire itself until you take your very last breath. What does it mean to rewire? It means to change your programming physiologically, biologically, like truly you'll have neurons that come together, create these neural pathways that can support you or not support you, or I mean, it's all there to support you. But here's the biggest rule, one of the most important of the 7 rules of neuroplasticity. Here's probably the most important one: repetition. So if something is repeated, then, and especially if it comes from a source that is influential to you, like your parents or doctors who know it all, which they don't, by the way. And it doesn't really matter. It's programming if it's been repeated over and over and over. Why do you think the news, when you listen to it, you get one little blurb of, oh, the cat went in the tree and the fire department went and got it and yay! Every once in a while you get a little human interest story. But the rest is repeat. Oh, they killed that and they did this and bombing and da-da-da-da-da, all this awful, awful stuff. Why? There's so many good things happening in the world. Why don't we hear about that on repeat? Well, because fear is a very strong influencer to repeat and have that fear be your programming that you believe. Like, it's a horrible world. This is, whatever it is. My point is, the more that in neuroplasticity, the brain's ability to rewire, you have the ability to rewire to the programs that you choose. And the beliefs. Remember, your programs create your beliefs. Your beliefs create your attitudes. Your attitude creates your emotions, your feelings. Your feelings and emotions create your actions and behaviors, which creates your results. So go all the way to your results and say, I really love that result. And then keep doing it because you got a good program that's helping you be determined and keep going and whatever it is to create that result. But there's something that you don't like, something that doesn't feel good, and you don't care for it, then look at the programming. What's your programming? How did you learn it? How was that repeated to you? Where do you live? What's your culture? Is that true for you? Can you look at it and say, but what if? What if that's not true? What if I can write the book and I'm in my 90s? What if I can become an entrepreneur and create the most amazing business? What if it's not too late to change careers? Like, what if the curiosity, that whole thing, it's programming closes possibilities. It just closes it down. Programming. It's limited. You were born with unlimited promise and potential. And then what? I'm listening. Ding, 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 ding. You got programmed. Thank you. I knew you would know it. You were born with unlimited promise and potential. And then you got programmed. I deal with the same thing. We have different programs. Some are the very same, depending on where you grew up and what the culture is and what religion and politics and all of that. Some of the programming is the same, but it's all programming. Do you like your programming? If you like it, keep it. If you don't, change it. If you have a thought and you want to do something, that it's too late to write the book, or it's too late to change careers, or it's too late to start over, change it. Or ask yourself, what if? And look for examples of other peeparoos who have done it if you need the encouragement. So it's not time talking on these things. It's programming. And that programming is incredibly disempowering in many ways because it's so powerful. We believe it, we think it's true because we've heard it so often that we don't even question it. It's just like we will become our identity, and I'll use shy because I love that one because it blew me away when I first learned that shy is a program. That people who are shy, they're just programmed to be shy. They're not, that's not an inherent trait of someone. And so that whole, the more that something is repeated, it's programming. And the stability moment is, right here is, that ship has sailed. It's too late for me. That ship has sailed. Not because it's true, because you believed it. And now it's true for you. Because now you're told your brain, this is how you support me. I'm too old, it's too late. And your brain says, okay, and keep repeating it to yourself, keep repeating, and the brain's just like, okay, repetition. Biggest rule, one of the most important rules of neuroplasticity, repetition. So that's the story. Our brains are remarkable, absolutely phenomenal. And once that your brain decides, or once you decide, but now the brain decides that something is no longer possible, it stops looking for the evidence that it is possible. So now you think about the stability spiral. What happens? We lose access. We lose access to all of our brain, and we're just working through the amygdala through fear because we're in survival mode. So we get into, we have an argument with someone and we get really angry, but we get really emotional in some way, and usually in a negative way that starts limiting. Like we want to run, we want to freeze, we want to fawn, we want to fight, So anyway, those are that is the stability spiral where you pause, and maybe you even say, what if I don't have to go into this spiral downward? Literally, that's my point. Is there is a point that you have less than a second in your brain that you can pause. You can do microstabilities to bring yourself back to the sympathetic, where you're not in survival mode, and you can create the capacity to then have more clarity around things, to make the choices so that you have access to all of your brain, the executive center, to make good decisions, rather than when you're making a decision from fear or from the survival mode. Because fear will just shut us down. It will shut us down. And that's the brain. I mean, that's the nervous system. We can work with the nervous system, but once you direct the brain by repetition, that something is no longer possible for you, that ship has sailed. How many people have you actually heard say, man, that ship has sailed for me? That ship has sailed. That door has closed. So guess what? For that person who has said it, and you have now told your brain, no more looking for possibilities on the other side of that, because it's over. And the brain says, okay, let me support you in that. I'm telling you, you were born with unlimited promise and potential. And then you got programmed, and you can rewire that programming to the programs that you choose. So that is the programs determine what we're available to perceive, receive, and pursue. Possibility consciousness. And that is like what's possible. And everything is possible. So I share that with you because I want for you to understand that whatever it is that is internal inside of you, that the most that you want in your heart, and you feel it and you know it, inner source. Don't do your very best. I'm not going to exhort you and tell you what to do, but this, meaning exhortation, if you could literally understand that you are calling the shots, you are creating your own reality. And when you have an open mind doesn't mean, oh, my mind is open, anything can come into it. But possibilities, or could mean that. It could mean anything you want it to mean. But that whole thing, when you tell your brain that something is no longer possible, too late for you to write the book, too late to change careers, too late to get good health, to be healthy, anything. That whole thing is how about this one? Too late to find love. It is not too late unless you say it's too late. Period. Open up your heart. Too late to change careers? Start your own career. Something that you really start to do your very best is to listen rather than going outside of yourself, external sources. Listen, go internal, and start trusting yourself. Start trusting, listening to that inner voice. That's what that's all about. It's not just intuition. It's like, hey, I'm speaking to you, your higher self. Hello, do we listen to it? I'm not going to say, very few people listen. I don't know. But I know that for many years I didn't. And then recently, Lynette and I were talking about it, and here I go again. Am I listening to it? I kind of wasn't. I was working with the material world rather than, it's the invisible that creates the visible. So where am I giving the power? And our power, sometimes it's really challenging to see because our programs are so strong. Here's the kicker, when we realize it's all programming and that we can change the programming, it's almost like, okay, that's a program and I can change it. It is so empowering. It is so empowering. So it's not too late to write the book. It's not too late to get healthy. It's not too late to find love. It's not too late to start over unless you say it is. So don't say it is. That's the story. The window has not closed. The ship has not sailed. You haven't expired. Programming closes possibilities. So that's it. Has nothing to do with age. I know, because I am very ripe, like a fine wine, and I continue to get finer and finer. And I continue to change my programming, and I continue to have success, and I continue to see other areas, like in yesterday's video, where I can continue to grow, because we are unlimited. So that's the story. That's all I got for you. I love you so very, very much. You can do, be, change, have, create, become absolutely anything. I believe in you. As always, oh wait, today is day 83 of 365. And we'll see you tomorrow for day 84, as always, shining my light to brighten yours. And yeah, see you tomorrow. Okay, ciao.